Y'all, I can't take it anymore. That and every other bookshelf in this house, well, not everyone, but almost. It's time for a complete overhaul. There's too many books. They're in the wrong places. I need a change. This is happening. We're doing this. Also, the end of year book unhaul that I normally do, happening right now. I'm gonna take every single book off those shelves and off of this shelf, and we're gonna tackle this. That's staying, and this shelf is staying because I just redid that like a couple months ago. But it's happening. I was getting this urge ever since the summertime, but I got completely derailed, first of all, by my surgery. Second of all, by Lily dying. But it's time. Butter is acclimated. I feel like, won't be traumatized by my taking every single book that I own off of all of my shelves and completely reorganizing them. I have no idea also how I'm going to do this. Like right now, they are organized by genre and then just by vibe. Like some of them by color, some of them by height, some of them, I don't know. But I think I'm going to try a couple of things. I think, stupid gimbal. I think I'm going to try to do alphabetical and see if that is okay, maybe in a couple sections. Also, I'm moving my fantasy from this shelf to those. And the horror and mystery is going over here. I don't know how long this is going to take me. This is Monday night. Also, I was supposed to do this next week, but I can't take it anymore. I want to do it right now. So I'm going to change out of my clothes, have a quick dinner, and then I'm going to remove every single book from my bookshelves. That's step one. See you after I do that. Also, real quick, before I eat, we're dealing with this situation. So this is my unread books, and those, and those. And ideally what I want to have happen here is that I want to empty those shelves and get them on here somehow. If I have to creatively restructure things, I'm going to have to move. Those are books I want to read soon, so I'll just have to stick that stack somewhere else. But so my only TBR should be here, in here, and then if overflow can go there. This is going to get reorganized. And that I'm going to put like nice editions of books on there. Those are the A Song of Ice and Fire books. These will probably stay on here. And then like other collector's editions, like maybe these and other books I've already read. It's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a long time. All right, I'm going to town on this pile. There's gotta be something in here I can get rid of. There's gotta be. Like I said though, I just redid this like 6 months ago, so I'm happy with it and I don't want it to change. But this, there's too many. It's gonna be one stack. Okay, so that took about 2 seconds. Turns out I want all of these, but I needed it to look a little different. I don't know if I like that, but it's gonna stay there for now. These two are the ones that are going. I actually did a try chapter on both of them previously. I think it was the same try chapter, and I haven't wanted to pick them up, and I'm broken up with romance, so they're going. They were both edge cases. So there's our first two. Now, I'm going to remove every single book from the shelf. I anticipate keeping most of them. Really, like I've gone at this shelf too many times. She's empty. I'm very sweaty. Here are all my fantasy books. These are the hardcovers. They're alphabetized now. Maybe they'll stay that way, maybe they won't. But let's take you over here. These are the books I've decided to get rid of. So, Fate, Ink, and Blood, I liked this when I read it last year, but I did not care to buy the sequel enough to actually buy the sequel. It has not been eating at me, so I'm letting that as a sign that I just don't need to have a copy. I do eventually want to read the sequel to find out how it ends, but I'm not going to reread this. This has been teetering on going for forever. I cannot believe I bought 2 copies of this book. I can't. And also the second book, which I never even read. This is a duplicate copy of this book, which I liked at the time I read it, and it's gorgeous. It's the Waterstones edition, but they never continued in these editions, and I already have the full set in another edition, so I really just don't need this, and somebody can have it who will love it. And then finally, The Sky on Fire by Jen Lyons. If I didn't have no space. I would keep this. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it, but it's a standalone and I don't remember very much about it, actually. It can go. If I ever feel the need to buy it again, I can always buy it again. So that's it for now. More later. I'm so sweaty. What am I doing, honey? What's mommy doing? She's like, I don't know. All right, I'm sitting. I don't want to stand. I am not super happy with this, but it's gonna have to stay for now because I am so sweaty and so tired and I just want to read. I don't know. This is alphabetical. I've got horror, Stephen King. This I don't like, but I want to keep all the horror to these 3 shelves. So I'm gonna have to change something else if I want to squeeze more non-Stephen King horror. And like, I don't like the 2 flats next to each other, and I don't like the mass market paperback situation. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. But this is it for now. I'm going to bed. There. That's better. Okay, now bye for real. I lied again. I did more work. I'll show you tomorrow when there's light. There's no light. I think what I might do is like wake up early tomorrow morning and do more because there'll be light. And so you guys can actually see what's happening. Also, this is how I should exercise. Once a day, just reorganize my bookshelf. I will see you guys in the morning when there's light and you can see what I did. I moved all the hardcover mysteries basically under the horror, and I think I got rid of 1 more book, but I'll show you that. I regret everything. It was very difficult. Why did I do this? There's no path. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do right now is take all my romance books down, take all my mystery books down, this shelf, which I'm not gonna talk about right now, and just put it on the floor. I'm gonna leave a path this time, and then we're gonna put these up because this is not sustainable. It's not. Hi. work. My hair didn't even have time to blow dry it. Of course, why am I making this video? I don't know. Don't ask me these things. I got really involved and I didn't want to stop. This is why I don't do this kind of thing. Because my brain is like, project, must fix, must finish. Also, I have this ideal in my head of like what I want my bookshelf reorganization video to be. Like when Jordaline did it, it was so soothing, and like we watched as she slid every single book onto the shelf, and she had like this voiceover, and she had like, I don't know, it was just so good. And then I feel like when I do it, it's like, you know? So whatever. Okay, all the romance books are now there, alphabetized. I will go through them in a second. Well, not in a second, tonight when I get home from work, or maybe at lunch, and to see if there's any I want to give away. I am in the middle of putting all of my fantasy books. Sorry, I didn't film it. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm chaos. So I've got all my fantasy books. I will show you a breakdown of that when I'm done. But also, I got all of my mystery paperbacks onto that shelf, and the rest is fantasy. So now I can walk over here. So we're good there. And then I've got and then I'm gonna take all the sci-fi off and redo that. But I've been avoiding doing that, as you can see. Also, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those fantasy books because, well, maybe I'll just, I don't know. Those are Alona Andrews, and then I've got Danielle L. Jensen. They don't fit over there, which is why they're over here. And then I've got Heartstopper and then a Hunger Games book. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Also, that plant is dying. Anyway, I have to go to work. So, after I got back from work yesterday, I got involved with my books, and I finished this room, and I'm so tired. Not only because I did more physical activity than I've done in years, but also because I stayed up way too late. I missed my bedtime like 3 days in a row. I'm so tired. I just want to stay home from work, but I can't. I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. Now, granted, I was so focused on getting the books on the shelves in a way that like made me happy that I didn't do much of an unhaul. So I've got like a couple of stacks over there, but I want to show you what I've done so far. And then on Friday, when I have light in this room, I will do a full tour and a final unhaul and post this for Saturday morning. So you're gonna get 2 videos 2 days in a row. So you should be watching this on Saturday, and then on Sunday I will post or maybe Monday. Those don't do well at all. Like the last one flopped. So it doesn't really matter when it goes up, but let me show you what I'm working with here. Okay, so this is what I ended up doing with horror. I think it looks pretty good. And then here's mystery and thriller. This is out of control. I need to do something about that, but we'll do that later. We'll talk about that in a sec. Then I've got the rest of my books. I've got mystery, and then yesterday morning I did fantasy, and at lunch I did fantasy, that's sci-fi, fantasy, well, that's fantasy romance, just because they're paperbacks and I don't have any room over there. And then that is, I just shoved in my Heartstopper graphic novels. And last night, I'm gonna sneeze. Last night, the dust, I'm sure, is also not helping from all these books. All my romance I managed to fit here. And then I got sci-fi. So that's what we're working at. And then, just so you know, what's in here is a mess. And you see that? I'm not turning the light on. I'm not quite happy with that either. So we'll deal with that last. But I just want to mention, oh, hi Pippin. They spilled water. I woke up and there was water all over the floor. Can't leave water glasses anywhere. So all these books, just so you know, well, these are my graphic novels. I guess they're going to join the other ones in the closet because I don't have an extra space for them. I don't have anywhere to put them. I was hoping that shelf would remain blank, that I could fit all of the sci-fi on those, but it did not happen. So sci-fi now instead of graphic novels. And those I'm going to have to deal with. I'm going to have to reorganize my closet. But the books behind, so that's my shame. Those are all the books that I've started and not finished. And I went through them and I pulled out the books that I know I'm never going to finish. Those are the ones I do want to finish. So, anyway, that's what's going on. I'm so tired. I haven't been this tired in so long. And it's like a physical exhaustion, not just tired. I hope my tea gets ready soon. I'm gonna read. I'm not gonna do anything right now except for reading. I don't know when I'll next check in. Bye. All right, this is the home stretch. It's Friday afternoon. I'm home early from work. There's light in this room. There's light in the other room. Here's what I have left to do. I have to find homes for like 6 more books that are not shelved. I have to go through everything one more time to check for books I don't want anymore. And I have to find a home for these, which are all the books I've started and not finished. They do not belong on my TBR shelf because I'm like I started them all, and they do not belong on my shelves because I've not finished them. So what I need to do is, first of all, I should probably do like a vlog series where I finish all of these because that's a lot. And then I need them somewhere where I can see them because some of these were in my closet for years, and I don't, if I can't see them, I can't know that I want to read them. So they need to be like top of mind. This is a neurodivergent thing. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist. That's the third thing. So those are 3 things we have to do today. Everybody say hi to Pippin. Pippin, say hi. Say hello. Okay, let's get to work. This, my TBR card. I'm gonna go through here and hopefully free up some room, and then I'm gonna show you everything. All right, that was easier than I thought. I did cheat. I did stack these. The top 4, those were some of the ones, but you know what, it's fine. But I found this book, and I don't want this. I read 1 novella in here, or 1 novel, I guess, and I didn't like it, so I don't need this. I was keeping it because I don't know why, but it's going. And then I realized this is one I've already read, so I need to shelve this. And this I can put on my read urgently shelf because that's why I bought it. I want to revisit my childhood. Mission accomplished. Now let me show you everything. So my gimbal just died. Okay, I'm gonna go put these away and I'll be right back. Butter just took a shit, so it smells in here. But I'm gonna deal with this first. All right, I'm gonna go on 0.5. So this is what I did last night. I took all the books I had stacked up from removing the TBR books from here, and I put them in big stacks. So the mirror is mostly obscured. That's fine. I just use it as like an optical illusion to make the room feel bigger anyway. I don't ever use it as a mirror. But obviously I've got it rainbowed. This is the only rainbow stack left in my house because everything else is now alphabetized. So reds, orange, yellow, green, dark green, blue, purple, white, black. Wayward children. And then I'm not happy with this, mostly because I think these shelves kind of suck. They were cheap though, so that's why I bought them. But I'm gonna just live with it. So I've got my Stormlight Archive books here. I would like them to be all in a line here, spine out, but I don't like coming into my room and seeing the back of a book. So I'm waiting till I can save up money to get some pretty bookends. And then here I've got my new Game of Thrones paperbacks, and this is where my Ken Liu books are gonna go. Speaking of which, where is my other book? It must be somewhere. I don't know, the one I'm in the middle of. And then I've got Sanderson paperbacks and Warbreaker and Arcanum Unbounded. So that's what we've got in here. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. And then let me show you out here. There's Pippin. Oh, what do you want? Are we being sultry? What do you want? I had that on the chair. I'm gonna vacuum. I had it on the chair. Did you guys push it down? Leave it alone. I'm gonna vacuum. This, still don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but let's show you the final. It's not light enough in here. Gotta get more light. More light. So here's what we got. That's annoying. That's super annoying. Fuck. Do I have to wait to film? Damn. I guess I'm gonna wait to film until that goes away. That's the whole reason that I waited to release this video, is so that I could have good light, and now there's no good light, just like the way the sun is. So I'll be back later. So the light isn't getting any better. I don't know what I was thinking. it's over there in the morning and it's over there at night, and that's the window. So it's just gonna be dark. So I don't know what to tell you. I've decided this is not getting dealt with today. I'm probably just gonna move it into my closet, to be quite honest with you. But I am going to go one more round around all of my bookshelves, take you with me to see if there's anything I want to get rid of. And then I'm going to put all my trinkets back on the shelves. So I won't show you all the shelves when I go through. This is going to be like sort of a mini unhaul. I'm not going to go through and tell you all of my, but I will show you the ones from the shelves that I am getting rid of. And then I will do a tour. Let's go. Okay, so I just did a quick go through all there. Nothing on here I want to get rid of. The only thing I might get rid of in the future is Serpent and the Wings of Night. And that's if I don't like book 2, but I'm like 10% into book 2, so I haven't finished it. It's over there. All of these are staying. So we didn't touch this one at all. Now let's go to Horror and Mystery. Okay, Horror and Mystery. I'm getting rid of books 2, 3, and 4 of Finley Donovan because I had fun-ish with these, but I'm gonna keep the first one, first of all, because I love the first one, and also because it's signed. But I don't need these for the same reason I've stopped reading the series. Found 2 more. Okay, so this one I thought about unhauling when I put it on the shelf, but because I looked at the cover and I was like, it's so pretty. I don't know why, I just love this cover so much, but I think I need to get rid of it. I won't ever reread it, and I think once was enough. So, and then this one I liked, but again, I won't ever reread it. So I don't need to keep it. And it's not like a trophy book either, where I love the story so much that I need to have a copy. It's just, I had a nice time and now I can move on. I just found a cuckoo. I know a lot of people hate this book, but I really like it. But I do not like movie tie-in covers. And I had a first edition of this book, hardcover, and I lent it to my friend Julie. Julie, you never gave my book back to me, Julie. I don't think she's watching, but I don't want this. I want another hardcover copy because I do for reasons. Okay, that's it. Oops. These are the books I'm getting rid of. Got all those today. And then all of these, I don't think I've talked about these yet, so let's go through them. I liked this book, but I don't need to keep it. I don't really remember very much about it. It wasn't super impactful, but I mean, it's worth reading once if you like the premise, art, multiple universes, people coming out of paintings, that kind of thing. This book has kind of soured in my memory. I don't know why, but I don't want to keep it. Plus it's got this stupid sticker. This book I DNF'd and I don't ever want to go back to it, and I don't know why. I don't understand it. Casey, I love you. I will read your next book, but I can't. This is a duplicate copy. I have a hardcover. I don't need this. I was supposed to unhaul that forever ago. This one also hasn't aged well in my memory. I mean, I liked reading it, but I don't think I'll ever reread it, so it can go. This one I got like 20 pages into, and as beautiful as it is, I have no interest. It just did not capture me. This book is actually signed because I met the author, but I did not really like it. It was 3 stars and I was only keeping it because it's signed, but I don't want to keep it. I didn't like it, and well, I mean, it was fine. Plus it's one of these ugly mass market things that are now tall, and I hate that. I just got a new version of Jonathan Strange, which I'll show you in a second, but I never have liked my copy of this. It's too small. It's hard to read. This is the copy I first read when I read the book, and it took me, oh, what's in here? Oh, it's a to-do list. Don't need that, but the person who gets this after me doesn't need it either. This book I want a new copy of because I feel like I'm gonna love it. I have the audio out from the library right now, and I'm gonna get to it as soon as spooky season is over. That's like my first read, but I want better copies than this. So this was a gift. So Kate, thank you so much. But I can't, I'm trying to, if the books are in another format than mass market, I want another format. If I can't find one, I'll probably end up keeping this, but for now, it's gonna go in the go away, bye-bye pile. And then I already told you about this. I hated it, the book that I read. And I don't want to read the rest of them. So I don't need this huge book. I really only liked the first book. I mean, I did like this book, but I don't need to keep it. It doesn't need to be taking up room on my shelves. I will keep the first book though, because I gave it 5 stars. Pretty Girls. This one purely is because of its size. It's awkward to fit on the shelf. So that's why I'm getting rid of it. This was like $2 or $3 at a library sale. Oh, it looks pretty with my flowers. I would like a copy of this, but either a trade paperback or a full-size hardcover. Not this little mini hardcover. And we went through these already. So we're good. Oh, Nick. Hello. Butter, say hi. Why did you move? You need to learn about being filmed. Oh, what is that? Did you barf? Gross. By the way, guys, this morning she jumped onto the bed for the first time while I was on the bed and demanded pets and scritches. So that was a really good sign. Huh, baby? Bye. Bye-bye. Are you gonna go in your spot? She's trying to steal that from Pippin. Okay, now let's do a mini tour because I had my gimbal, just so you know. I'm very sorry in advance about this. Although maybe I can get it to turn on now. It died and then I've been charging it for an hour and a half, but like the charger fell out. So I don't think it's very charged, but I'll see. But I'm gonna show you everything. Oh wait, no, first I'm gonna put all my trinkets on and then I'll show you. Be back. Trinkets. I have to place all of my trinkets back on the shelves. Here's what we're looking at. Here's the full view. So, horror. It's in alphabetical order. The spines purposefully are not the same size on most of this. I wanted like an uneven, randomish look. And I've got Stephen Graham Jones here. I had those underneath there, but it was too tall and it like didn't balance with the rest of it. So I took them off and then I put that on top and I don't know, it looks good to me. Then I've got Stephen. Got my British editions back here of his books. And then the Dark Tower, all my first editions. All of these are first editions. Some random paperbacks that I probably want to replace eventually. Not this one, I like the hard case crime. I have 2 other hard case crimes in my TBR. And then I don't really like this edition of Salem's Lot. I like the new one, so I might replace it someday. The rest of the Stephen King is down here. He doesn't really have any bees in his book, but I got this at IKEA when we did our horror store book club there. Everybody got a bee as like a souvenir. So I put it here because bees are scary, but I also like bees, so whatever. Then I've got all my mass market paperbacks. And then it switches to non-Stephen King horror. So I've got Harrison, Kim, Sylvia Moreno Garcia. This one is out of order because I found it after I'd already made the stack and I was too lazy to put it in proper alphabetical order. Same thing goes with Zelazny and Sarah Gran. I like these better when they're the other way around, but this is the only way I could make all these little books fit is by stacking them up together. And we've got, oh, the pole's in the way of all my Chuck Tingles. Lucky Day, Bury Your Gaze, The Starving Sage, which I loved, Paul Tremblay, Katrina Ward, Kirsten White, Fight Me. And then I thought about getting rid of Ace of Spades. I still might in the future, but for now it's staying. And then I've got these are murder mysteries and thrillers. All of my Lindsay Faye books. I thought about maybe getting rid of The Night Swim in Dark Corners, but ultimately I think these are books I might comfort reread someday, which is really kind of messed up because this book is about sexual assault. Who cares? And then my only Janice Hallett paperback that I finished, I have another one that I haven't read yet that's in my TBR stack. And then Keigo Higashino, who's probably my favorite Japanese mystery author. And then Tana French, gotta make room because she's got another one coming, The Keeper, in 2026. Murder at Gull's Nest by Jess Kidd, love that. Pony Confidential, some good ones that I read this year. Love Bright Young Women. It bothers me that when I do finish Marble Hall Murders, which is the third book in the series, currently it's over there. I don't have room for it, so I'm gonna have to rethink everything here, but we'll get to that when we come to it. I've got Liz Moore, Stieg Larsson, The Change, which is a great book. Anyone who's middle-aged. Then we got all my Richard Osmans, and then some random books at the bottom. My special editions of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and then my Benjamin Stevensons. And then I've got the rest of my murder mystery and thriller books right here, including Stuart Turton and Winter Counts. Oh, I wish he would finish his second book. And then I do want a copy of the latest Ashley Winstead because I did end up really liking it. So it'll go right down there once I have a copy, but I don't know when I'm going to get one because I'm kind of waiting on it secondhand. So that is mystery, thriller, and horror. Let's move. Pippin, say hi. He's like, I don't want to. I'm tired, Mom. Okay, then we've got my big bookshelves. This is what we're looking at. I did put my little candles up, so there's some light over there. I think I want to get lighting to put up here, like the little push lights, because it's so dark over there. And I don't want real light getting on, because some of those I have to keep it closed in the morning because the sunlight shines on them and they're gonna get faded, but whatever. Let's look. So up there we have my mystery thriller paperbacks, if you can see in the back row. It is double stacked. I've got boxes back there, little boxes that you would have seen earlier that I rest the books on. And I do that to avoid buying more bookshelves, which I do not have room for. But they're cute up there, my little murder mystery paperbacks. Then my first fantasy shelf. Got Catherine Addison, Leigh Bardugo, Joe Abercrombie, Robert Jackson Bennett. I do want the third book in that series. I'm not sure I want to buy the second book to match this edition, but I definitely want the third. And then, so I don't have to reach up higher. I'm really sorry about the shakiness. My stupid gimbal is not charged. It won't charge. So then we've got Chakraborty's, my new Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, Juno Dawson, Tracy Dion. I need to get a copy of book 3. I really am excited for this series to continue eventually. My Emily Wilde books. And then another double stack shelf. So I have all my mass market paperbacks back there, fantasy. So like I've got The Wheel of Time. I've got Diana Wynne Jones, Redwall. That's Wheel of Time. Terry Goodkind's down there. And yes, Malin, I still have my Terry Goodkind books. I'm never getting rid of them. It was such hard work to get through them. These books, I have the second book. Actually, this book I haven't read yet, but I needed something to fill that spot, so I put it here. And honestly, there's a couple of books on these shelves that I haven't read yet, just because I knew I wanted to make sure to save space for them for when they do come. Like here, I've got this empty because Alex Harrow's new book is coming out. Actually, I just got the notification that it was shipping to me today, but it should be here early next week. I've got Lev Grossman. When I finish his chunky book, there's no room for him here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then I also have another Natalie Haynes book I'm reading in November, so I'm probably gonna have to do something here also because I don't think 2 books can fit here. Then we've got Robin Hobb, all of my paperbacks for The Realm of the Elderlings. Will of the Many. There's a spot here for the second book in the series, Will of the Many, but these were like falling over that way, so I just moved them that way so they wouldn't fall over. So these will eventually get moved over there when that book comes next month. And then we've got these cute books. Actually, all of these look really good together, I think. This shelf, I've got all my TJ Klunes over there, T. Kingfisher, R.F. Kuang, Sangu Mandana, Circe, this series, which I really like, Middle Game, Freya Marsky's trilogy, the new Naomi Novik short story collection, which I haven't read yet. See those, my Terry Good kinds. And the paperbacks for Song of Ice and Fire. And then I've got my Jen Lyons books, my editions of The Starless Sea, Naomi Novik. So this should be down here, but these have to go together. So you see, I've messed around with some stuff. And honestly, this is like a placeholder, just so it doesn't look ugly, because I couldn't move those. So really, this is like, I have room in here for it to expand that way, is what this hole is. Now it's on, more fantasy. I like that shelf, it's pretty. And then this just came in the mail yesterday, so I put it there so I could hold space for it. And I need to get a copy of the second book, which I read from the library. Then I've got my Samantha Shannons with my sword. Then some books down here, V.E. Schwab. That copy of The Honey Witch I was talking about. Actually, you know what I want to do? I do want this like that. That looks pretty. I don't normally do that, but I love the honeycomb. And I got the Raven Boys. I almost got rid of this one just because everything I've read from Aidan Thomas after this book I've not liked, and it's sort of soured this book in my memory. But I think what I need to do is reread this and then decide if I want to keep it, because I liked it enough to get a copy of it after I read it. I just was so disappointed in his second book series. I just thought it was not good. And anyway, more fantasy, all my Laini Taylors. Where is her adult book that she's working on? Is she still writing it? Then I've got Adrian Tchaikovsky, M.L. Wong, Helene Wecker, John Wiswell, my Avatar books, and then Shirin J. Zhao. Oh my God, that's a mouthful. I'm very bad at pronouncing things. And then I've got some fantasy romance here. I've got Danielle L. Jensen, Alona Andrews, and Heartstopper. That's not fantasy, but it fit there, so. Moving on to sci-fi. Actually, I'm gonna move this donut so I can stand on this chair so you can't see it. Oh my God, I'm gonna fall over. There's books back there. Those are my mass market sci-fi paperbacks. So all of them run behind that this shelf, and this shelf. So you can't see them, but they're in alphabetical order. So if I need it, I know where they are. But here's my hardcovers. All my James S. A. Corey. So the theory behind this, as you can't see those books in the back anyway, so if I need to expand, which I will next year when the second book for this comes out, then I can just start stacking these this way and open up some room like this. And then I've got my Matt Dinniman Dungeon Crawler Carl books, got Ready Player One, Dark Matter. I almost got rid of Singer Distance, but something made me keep it. I might get rid of it in the future, I don't know. It's like Discount Contact for now. I don't know, I liked it. My Lindsay Ellis books, Hank Green, Jessie Jr., who's mad at me because I'm killing her. And that Jessie Sr. made me that. Lindsay made me that. Bothers me that he's not down there with his, where he should be. Got my Enterprise. And then, I'm gonna get off this chair now. Small paperbacks and trade paperbacks. Suzanne Collins, Becky Chambers. I almost got rid of this, but then ultimately, The Bones Beneath My Skin, I said I might read it again, so I'll keep it for now. Mur Lafferty. I need to get the second two books in this series, which are out now, because I really enjoyed this. And then I do need 2 copies of this series. I do, so don't even talk to me. I've reread these, but I have not reread this. I should do a full series reread. That would be a project. Then I've got my Arcady Martine books. I love these books. Then Gideon, Scalzi. I need to get the rest of the Old Man series and do a reread of this. Oh God, this is how you know when your brain is in a space of like, I just want to reread all my favorite books this year. I think next year I'm going to be doing a bunch of nostalgia reading. Neil Schusterman, what is it? This is the Scythe, Toll of the Scythe, Arc of a Scythe. There we go. So I haven't read this, but this is another example of I wanted to make sure to save space for it once I do read it, so I just put it on here. Emily St. John Mandel. She's got another book coming out next year, so I'm going to have to figure that out. And I still need book 2 of this, and now book 4 is coming out. And then, so those are my Kirk Vonnegut's. I can always move my Vonnegut's, I guess. He would also work in, I have them in science fiction right now, but he would also work in literary fiction, so I could always move him. But I do like having the little assholes out here on my shelves, on display. Then we have Claudia Gray, my illustrated Hunger Games book. The second book is out now, Catching Fire, so I do want to get a copy of that eventually. I had pre-ordered that one, but I didn't pre-order the other one because it was expensive. That's belongs in the Anne Leckie series up there, but I have a hardcover of it, not a trade paperback. And then this series, I need to get a third book. I love this. If you ever want like a brain melting existential time, this series right here, To Like the Lightning, just trust me. Then I've got Contact, Skyward series, Some Desperate Glory, The Martian, and Project Hail Mary. Now that is sci-fi. So let's move. I managed to fit all my romances onto these 2 shelves without really unhauling much at all. They're all in alphabetical order. Not much to see. Haven't read Mate yet, but again, wanted to make sure to put it there to hold space for it. I also need to get books 1 and 3 in that series. That really bothers me. Also, I still haven't read book 3. I have book 3 on ebook, but I haven't read it yet. Courtney Milan. It's like fun, cute little cozy romance series. And I have all my Mimi Matthews books. I love her. I don't know why. I just love her so much. She like writes on my wavelength. Maybe it's the history stuff and like the emotions and she doesn't do sexy times. And I think my brain really likes that because it's all about the emotions. All my book of the month romances are back here because they're so big. They would have like overshadowed everything on this shelf otherwise. Then I've got Mass Markets here. And we end with Yardley. And then there's room to expand. I just have my jar of strawberries there. And that's that. I don't know how this is all going to turn out in terms of like watchability, because my brain gets really absorbed in tasks and I forget to shoot while I'm doing things. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. I put my Space Lady on the wall because I couldn't find a spot for her. I couldn't find a spot for her on my bookshelves anymore. But that's fine. I didn't buy it to put on my bookshelves. I bought it to put on the wall. So I just finally hung it up. Oh, I'm so sweaty. Guys, I've sweated so much in the last week. It took me a week to do this, by the way, full week. And I'm finally done. The only thing that I still need to do is go through that pile of unfinished books and decide where I'm going to keep them and when I'm going to start my project of going through books that I have not finished and cleaning that whole project out. I think I have, well, let me count. There are exactly 50 books over there. Maybe I'll start a new series where I'll do like finishing 5 of these books at a time. How many is that? So 5, and so that would take 9 videos. It would probably take me like 2 years. I don't have to vlog all of it though. I can just get some of them. I'm like really close to being finished. I just put them down and never picked them back up like a weirdo. I don't know why I was doing that for such a long time. We're done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you liked the video and you want to help me out, please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you don't have anything to say about anything that went on here, but you still want to let me know that you were here, obviously leave me a book emoji, because that's just all I've been doing for this whole week. And honestly, it's taken me probably 12 hours to do everything, and that's a conservative estimate, so I've definitely lost reading time because of this. So not a great idea perhaps to do this while I'm trying to read a book a day, but I did it because I needed to. I was having the urge. It was an uncontrollable urge that I needed to satisfy. And that's that. Hope you're all having a lovely October, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, love you, bye.